So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the Series X right now is going to be the last console with a built-in disk drive that we will see from Microsoft. Welcome back to the Xbox Basement, everybody. My name is John. Over the weekend, I was reading more about the final hearings and Microsoft actually acquiring Activision Blizzard King. And in case you haven't actually seen it yet, there was a lot of leaks and stuff that actually ended up coming out of that hearing one way or another. And one of the things that we saw was Microsoft's kind of roadmap for 2028. They're planning on releasing a brand new system that is 100% digital. But that's not the topic of this here video. This got a lot of people riled up saying we don't want an all-digital console, we still want our physical media, we still want to use our discs, because it looks like Microsoft is finally putting its plan together in 2028 to make sure that it's going to be digital only for your gaming media. This of course is no surprise, but like I said, everybody was kind of up in arms about this, and right now it's 2023, so that is already 5 years away, and after interacting with a lot of folks about this leak, I was kind of on the fence. I'm like, yeah, we shouldn't be getting rid of physical media. It's always nice to be able to hold a game in your hands and put it in the disc and play it. But then the more I got to thinking about it, I'm like, you know, it's 2023. We've been using discs for quite a while now. So this really got the wheels turning, and I was thinking, you know, how long have we actually been using a physical disc to convey our media? And the oldest thing that I could actually think of was Laserdisc. If you guys don't know what Laserdisc is, it's probably because you're much younger than I am, but think of a vinyl record, if you guys even know what that is, that's about this big of round, but has the consistency of a DVD. It basically looks like a giant DVD. And Laserdisc was first available in 1978. Exactly 45 years ago are when discs actually started to become the standard for distributing media. And the music CD that we all know came out later on in 1982. And if you guys are like me and you remember the PlayStation, you're thinking, yeah, the PlayStation was the first one to use its CDs. That was of course in 1994, however, the TurboGrafx PC engine actually started using CDs for video games in 1988. So for those of us that don't do math off the top of our heads very well, that means that 35 years video games have been using some sort of disc. Just want to say a huge thank you to all of you guys who subscribe to the channel, and if you're not subscribed, consider doing that now. And I give you this history lesson to really make us start asking the question that is it finally time to stop using discs for your video games? And you're probably asking yourself, why the heck would I do that? I like playing my games on disc. And that's all fine and dandy, but the way our world is moving is vastly digital. And I get a lot of these arguments like when you don't own a physical copy, you don't actually own the game, you only own it as long as Microsoft has some sort of licensing right to it. I also get a lot of comments of having to have an internet connection to play your games, and for me personally, that is a big one. I do like the idea of being able to just put in a game and play it and not have to worry about an internet connection, but living here in America, you have an internet connection almost everywhere you go. But I totally get it. It is so different to be able to hold something in your hand and feel like you physically actually own it, rather than saying, oh yeah, I own that game, it's downloaded onto my console. Well, can you show it to me? Yeah, sure, it's right here in my hand, can't you see it? And I would call this the book effect. So the book effect is the difference between like reading something on your tablet versus holding the paper in your hands, being able to open it at any moment and feel the physical contact of what you're reading. And I think that really is the key difference here. It's all about feeling. But Microsoft isn't necessarily concerned about feelings, it is concerned about keeping its company relevant and moving into the future. And whether we like that or not, that is really the way of video games and how they are moving forward for all video game companies, not just Xbox. And the only issue holding up digital games right now is your storage space. We've seen in these leaks that we're expecting a 2 terabytes worth of storage in this new Xbox console, and I'm sure they're going to have some sort of expansion for this as well. The factor of the matter, however, is that digital is better when it comes to read times, when it comes to programming, when it comes to be able to access all your information. Physical game discs are always going to struggle to keep up because it has to have that disc spinning to read the information. Having games as digital means that these companies can offer insane discounts on these games because it's all just another digital copy that you purchase. And Microsoft is constantly running sales in their store at up to 90% off of of these things. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the Series X right now is going to be the last console with a built-in disk drive that we will see from Microsoft. And saying it out loud for someone like me who's older, who still owns a bunch of DVDs, I thought it would actually be a lot harder to say those words without actually feeling let down. But to be honest, the more that I think about it, I hardly ever watch any of our DVDs. The standard now is streaming. I stream most of my content, whether it be YouTube or any video streaming service. I know a lot of people don't like it, but it's been 45 years since we started using this media, and it's gonna be older video game generation people like myself that just grew up with physical media. I think it is an appropriate time now to move away from physical discs. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. I know that this is a tough topic. Leave me some comments down below and let me know your thoughts about the loss of physical media in video games. I've been John, by the way, and we will see you guys in the next one.